What's going on, guys? What's going on? We are back here with another episode, a final episode of 2021 of GMS Grown Man Subjects. One of your co-hosts, Shaheed, aka Triple M.
What is going on, man? It's been a hell of a year. Happy New Year to everybody. It's your boy King Jaffe. What's happening?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy GQ Smooth, man. Like you said, Happy New Year, everybody. Let's get into it.
Big facts, man. G, what's good, man? You all right, man? You all right, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm doing all right, man. It's been an up and down week, man, but I've been feeling a lot better these last couple of days. Like I was telling y'all in the group chat, man, it's like this thing was a shocker to me. Didn't expect the test to go positive when I went to go take a COVID test. It's one of those things where you wondering, like, man, like, where did it come from? Like, how did I even, contact it, And, you almost wreck your brain trying to figure it out. So I just been, trying to, take it easy, not really think about it, not really stress myself over, like, how it happened and just focus on getting better. So, yeah, I'm doing a lot better, though.
Up, man. Major salute. What and I know we talked about it in the group chat, man, but what prompted you to go get tested?
Yeah, so crazy thing, like it was Tuesday. I was actually getting ready for work, and all of a sudden I felt like nauseous, like I had to throw up. And I was still dealing with like common cold symptoms, so I didn't think nothing of it at first. But when I started feeling like that, I've never felt like throwing up just having a basic cold. So that right there was like, okay, maybe I should go get tested and see, just to be on the safe side. And thankfully I did, man, because I was just trying to be positive. And if I would have just brushed that off and went to work, I could have exposed more people. So I'm glad I made the decision to go get tested.
Big facts, man. Definitely, what I mean, you taking the responsibility, which is always important. We want to make sure that we protect ourselves, we protect other people and everything like that, man. So definitely, I don't even, say a speedy recovery, man. Just recover, just recover, bro. For real.
Yeah.
So getting into these stories, man. So we're gonna do a 2021 recap. And we just gonna go over a lot of things that's happened this year, man. This year has been a crazy year. So man, we gonna get into it, man. So let's start off with last night. Last night we had the Woody and Jake Paul fight. And hold on, did I pronounce the homie name right?
Mm-hmm.
Woody? Is it Woody? Oh, Woodley.
Tyrone Woodley.
Yeah, Woodley. My
Woodley,
fault, King. And the Jake Paul situation, man. First though, before we even get to that, did y'all see Darren Williams?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I saw the highlights, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
The memes is going crazy on Frank Gore. Listen, the video clip that I seen, it looked like Frank Gore was surprised he got hit. It was crazy.
Yeah,
like he hit him. He was like,
yeah, surprise look on his face.
These highlights here, I think you surprised a lot of people, D. Will.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to have my advantage in the clinch, and with my wrestling background, so I use that to my advantage.
So you think he'll do this again?
Damn, man. I'm looking at Frank Gore like, damn, bro. And then it looked like Darren Williams like pushed him out the ring. Like what was going on, man? I don't know what's going on, man.
Mm-hmm. It was a WWE match.
My question, exactly. Yep.
WWE match, man. They start wrestling out there.
They start wrestling out there now. Like, would that be more entertaining? Like, let's just say if we say, you know what, we're gonna take it from boxing to like maybe not as gory as UFC, but what if we take it to like kickboxing to where we might be able to throw some leg action in there. We might be able to get a little submissions in there. Like, would that be a little more entertaining?
I think so. I think it'd definitely be a little more entertaining. But man, I don't know. A lot of training would go into that. You know, that's basically martial arts. So it would look rough. They should just stick to the boxing. Because, you know, they could train for a few months and then pick that up at least.
Now for the Woodley and the Jake Paul, this is their second fight, right? That was their second fight.
Yeah, second fight. Yeah, the rematch.
So how do you guys felt like? Did you agree with the decision, or you know, even if you just caught the highlights, like how you felt about the fight?
Man, well, I didn't even see it. You know, based off just the highlights. Honestly, I was looking at this morning, and I personally thought, off the rip, I was like, man, this looks rigged. But you know, I kept seeing it from different angles, slow-mo angles. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. It just I don't know if it's real or not, basically. You know, so
yeah.
It's hard to even take it seriously. But I respect the fact that they got some money. I respect the bag.
I mean, you gotta respect that. Gotta respect that.
Right.
So, but if he's really out there, you know.
Now go ahead, G. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Nah, if he's really out there knocking out UFC fighters, then I mean, that's pretty impressive, like in his own right. You know, 'cause I don't think I could go out there and knock out a UFC fighter. So if he's really able to do that, man, I mean, you gotta give him some respect for that. You know, but I'm not gonna give him the full respect until I see him fight a legit boxer, like somebody that's actually in the field, train all their life to box. Like I want to see him fight somebody in that field.
Okay, so this is the thing. Like, technically, he's an amateur, right? Technically,
yeah.
So isn't he just doing his part by boxing another amateur?
Yeah.
So now, what made you think that it might have been rigged? What made you think that?
All right. I mean, from a fighting standpoint, there's certain things you don't do. And Tyrone Woodley, he was a boxer first of all. He was a boxer before he even did the MMA thing. So he knows how to use his hands. He knows how to defend. Now, when he got hit with that punch, he dropped his lead hand, you know, when it comes to defending. As a boxer, that just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's like, they call it a dive punch. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody just drops their hand, you take a hit, and now you go down. You know what I mean? So, but I don't want to, that's the crazy thing is I don't want to take anything away from Jake Paul if he really knocked out Tyrone Woodley. And I respect even the fact that them two got in the ring and, you know, did what they did, because that takes a lot of training. That just takes a lot of effort. But for me, just from a boxing standpoint, I'm like, how do you let that happen? You know what I mean? I don't know. It was hard. It was just hard to believe. But like I said, I watched it over and over and over again. I'm a little on the fence. I'm a little more on the fence when I don't know if I believe it or not, basically. So.
You know, I didn't know he was a boxer first though. That's news to me. I didn't know that.
So I'm mistaken. He wrestled first. He was a wrestler. That's my fault. He was a great wrestler. That's my bad. But Tyrone Woodley knows how to box. That's what he was known for in UFC was, you know, his punching ability. You know what I mean? Maybe not so much his boxing skill, but definitely his punching ability. So that's kind of what I meant. Yeah, that was my fault.
Okay.
Got you. All right, man. So we're going to continue with the recap. Domestic terrorist attempt to stage at U.S. Capitol, man. We remember the mob of supporters of President Donald Trump attacked the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. They sought to overturn his defeat in the 2020 presidential election by disrupting the joint session of Congress assembled to count by overturning the vote. Man, when that happened, I was like, first of all, I didn't even believe it because I never heard of any group of individuals mobbing to to the White House and just causing just full on chaos. So that was definitely crazy, man. Y'all remember that day when y'all had heard about that?
Yeah. That was a crazy day. That was a crazy day. It was like setting off a movie or something like when it happened that day. You don't see that happen on the news. Like I don't ever, people just rioting the White House or whatever, or the Capitol, I believe it was. But that was it was one of those things too where you kind of felt like, was that staged too? You know what I mean? Because just the way it happened, it was just like security seemed very thin that day, or very limited on what was going on. I don't know. It look kind of staged too, to be honest with you.
Man, so I remember this one video, and I'm speaking in past tense when I bring this story up. It was this one video of this black officer that it looked like he was running away from the mob, and he was getting clowned and making fun of. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was laughing at the video too, because I'm like, what you, right? Come to find out, what he was doing was he was pretty much distracting them to like follow him and to like lead them to a certain destination place. And he wound up getting like did he get like a badge of honor? Stars? They gave him some. I'm gonna do more research on it, but he was rewarded, in that light right there. And again, judging from the video, I didn't know what he was doing, but he had a plan, and he executed, because they definitely followed him to wherever the destination place was, man. But I remember around that time, man, videos, memes out the wazoo, crazy. And it was wild, man. It was definitely wild. So I mean, we got no choice but to go into the next one, which is Facebook and Instagram banning Donald Trump. Facebook suspended Donald Trump for his comments inciting violence in the wake of the Capitol rebellion back on January 6th. And according to the company, they said that he's going to remain suspended until January 7th of 2023 and will only be reinstated if the risk to public safety has receded. So, man, they was going in with Trump, man. Nobody that I know of has ever gotten banned from Facebook and Instagram. Do you think like it's one of those situations where like nobody ever should be banned because that's kind of like taking away like your freedom of speech, or you feel like something had to be done? He had to get this man off social media.
That's a tough one. I think it's somewhere in the middle right there. I think you walk a fine line when you take away somebody's ability to like speak, but then at the same time, those are like privately owned platforms. Like we don't own Facebook and Instagram. So if they have certain rules as far as what their content is supposed to be, I'm not mad at that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Minister Louis Farrakhan was banned on Facebook, I believe, as well, which I thought was interesting because I don't think you know what, I got to do more research on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was banned from Facebook at one point as well.
Was it around like July the 4th or something like that?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I thought there might have been an incident. There probably was, but I honestly can't remember. I feel like it happened a few years ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I honestly can't remember exactly.
You're right.
But yeah. I mean, again, when that happened, I remember feeling like, nah, you can't just take somebody's platform, Right. But again, if you're inciting violence or if you're, developing a cult-like following, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
Now, I had read somewhere a while back that Trump was actually trying to do like a social media platform himself. Like he's trying to create one for himself now. That's what I heard a while back.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, like, from people who are Trump supporters, I've been hearing like they just been using other social media platforms like your telegrams, uh, uh, a few of them was on, TikTok videos and things to that nature. So, I mean, again, man, like you said, man, it's a real thin line because you don't want to take anybody's freedom of speech because you say what you say, you know. It's enticing, it's inciting violence and it's creating, like when you said this cult like following, man, it's tough. It's tough, man. But it leads me to ask this question now. If we take away Trump's social media account, right? Like, take that to the back burner. Take it off the table. Mm-hmm. When we go back and we look at his presidency term, right? Was Trump really that bad if you take away the social media?
I guess it depends on who you ask. Yeah, that's another kind of complicated question. For me, I would say personally, did he say a bunch of things that like ruffled my feathers? Personally, maybe not so much. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess it would probably depend on the group of people you asking. That's a great question actually. I gotta think about that one.
Because I was talking to it with a client, and we was like, "Yo, if you take away social media from Trump social media, just think about everything else except for social media. Is he as big of a threat as we labeled as him?" And it's so crazy because we've always known presidents to not be worried about social media. Like, we wasn't worried about George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, President Obama. We was never worried about these men and their social media accounts until Trump came on board. Now, again, he was already using social media before he ever came into the presidency term. So to him, he just doing his regular life. This is what I've been doing before. So it does make you wonder, man. So we definitely want to question the viewers out there, man. If you take away the social media, do you feel like Trump's presidency term was as bad as we made it seem? So definitely. Moving on to the next topic, man. Migration crisis, man. The U.S. Border Patrol agents apprehended nearly 30,000 migrants. That majority of them was Haitian nationalists. All right, and I remember seeing horrifying images of migrants being rounded up by border agents on horsebacks. And I seen like pregnant women and children out there with no food and no water in the blazing heat. And I just remember saying like, yo, come on, we got to do way better than this. Now, again, I understand that we can't let everybody in the country, but the pictures that we were seeing, people on horsebacks, they looked like they had lassos. Come on, man. Like, that was definitely horrifying to see, man. I'm like, man, listen, this is 2021. We not in the cowboy days. And that's exactly what it looked like we were. You guys remember that?
Yeah, I actually remember that now. Just thinking back on it. I actually had forgot about it till you mentioned in the group chat. And I had to think back, and I was like, okay, yeah, I remember what he's talking about now. Yeah, I do remember those images, man. Those images weren't the best images to see. But yeah, I do remember that happening and seeing that. There was a lot of people too at that. I think what was like some kind of camp they was holding them at, or something like that, or what was it? Like, was it a camp?
It
was a lot of people.
I think they called it encampment and it was held underneath it was near the bridge of I think it was like Del Rio, Texas.
No, near the bridge.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I was definitely wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. What you say? All you have to say is horses and lassos. Like, what?
Crazy.
Lassos. What do I got lassos for?
That's crazy, man. That's That's crazy. So lead it to the next one, man. Joe Biden's presidency. All right. Now again, man, Joe Biden, 46th president of the United States at 79 years old. Now, when the news broke of him winning, would you guys think about it? And how would you guys rate him if you had to give him a grade from his presidency term thus far? If you had to give him a grade, what would you give him?
I guess I'll go. When I first heard about it, I guess I was excited because I felt like society would go into would change and go into a more positive direction. I felt like, in the previous terms or the previous term, we were, torn. Everybody was torn. There was a lot of evil in the world. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. So getting a new president, it felt like change. Change may come. You know what I mean? So at the beginning, of course, there was a lot of optimism there, and optimism and excitement. But I would say up to this point, I don't know. It's been a year almost, going on a year. If I had to grade, just basically based off of this year alone, I would go with like a D minus. You know what I mean? Because for a lot of reasons, I don't want to take up too much time, but just to touch on, he went into the campaign, with all of these promises that he had, and just a lot of things that gave us hope, especially African American people, people that were underprivileged, whatever. But I don't feel like he's uphold a lot of those promises that he might have made or suggested that he had. So yeah, I don't think he's doing a great job right now. It's still early, so maybe he could turn it around. But yeah, I would go with like a D minus. That's not really a good. That's a terrible grade.
That's passing though.
He might pass. Exactly. You still pass the class, I guess.
But yeah, I was like kind of skeptical when it first happened. To be honest with you, I wasn't completely sure if it was like official yet. Mm-hmm. I didn't know if they had called it early or a little too early. Mm-hmm. So I was just, kind of like laying low and kind of seeing how it's going to pan out. Because people were still saying, it's not over yet. There's still votes uncounted and all this kind of stuff. So I was just kind of like waiting to see what was going to be like the final outcome to that. So when he officially won, it was like Mel said, optimism. It was hope, for change based on everything that was going on during that time. It was an enlightened moment. But if I had to give him a grade, I'd probably give him just about the same grade, honestly. Just like Mel said, I feel like a lot of promises that he was promising, he hasn't held up to as of yet. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that he's not going to. It's only been 1 year. Like I said before in one of the other episodes, it takes time for change, and we really can't expect him to do much in a year. So, we got to give him some more time and see what he does, and we'll see. But right now, I'll give him the same grade.
I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right in the middle. I'm gonna just give him a C. I'm gonna just give him a C. Like he hasn't. Like, it's not terrible, and it's not like good. Mm. So I'm gonna give him a C, and I'm gonna just give him a C, man. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Trying to be patient. We're being patient. We got to remember, patience. But like as a whole, man, I do want us to, if we can, get away from like these old white men. Like, I just feel like it would be nice to get like somebody like in their 40s and their 50s. You know what I mean? I just feel like these 70 plus 80 years, like we more concerned about if he's going to be able to finish out his presidency term. because we're not sure about its durability, you know? So
that boy Sleepy Joe for real.
I'm worried about this man's health, man, for real, man. I'm worried about his health, bro, for real.
That boy be up. I'll be trying to listen hard too. Like, it's the president, like, focus. He's gonna say something important, but I'll be like, nodding off, like, boy, man.
So still
snooze.
Still with Biden, the continuation of COVID. How you guys feel, man, with how it was in 2020 and us in 2021 when it comes to COVID?
Well, I mean, it seems like there's been progress in terms of like cases going down. I feel like people still got to do that part. You know, like it's been too many people letting their guard down, I feel like. And, you know, cases start to rise back up during the holiday season, you know. Not that you can't see your loved ones during the holiday season, but you still got to take that precaution, you know, wear your mask if you're not vaccinated, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like there has been great progress since last year, you know, based on the shutdowns and everything like that. So we've gone way past all that. And I don't think that we'll experience another shutdown like that again. But we still got to be careful, you know, not to let this thing get back out of control like it did before. So.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with COVID-19, man. It's changing strands. They're saying the cases are going up again. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to stay safe. That's it. Like, cause it's crazy out here.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I, you know, in some ways, I feel like we made progress, and there's some ways I feel like we've been stagnant, and in some ways I feel like we've reverted. So I don't know, bro. It's like a real limbo.
Yeah,
it's a real limbo. It's a real limbo.
It is. Yeah. It is.
I got some clients.
It almost feels like.
No, go ahead, bro.
I'll just say real quick. It almost feels like we were supposed to shut down again. But we didn't.
Yeah,
you know, and we're just going through, we're just plowing through it basically at this point. So yeah,
it kind of like seeing as we going type of yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I had a so I got some clients out in Cali, and they have a mandate to wear their masks. It happened on the 15th, which was what, Thursday, I believe, and it's until, I believe they said it's until like January, but they're not like 100% sure. So again, man, I mean, COVID isn't going nowhere though. Like in some people's minds, they feel like, okay, well, once this finished, it's not. It's staying. So the best thing that we could do is manage it as much as we can, as far as doing our part and continuing to stay clean and making sure that our hygiene is where it needs to be, because it's not going anywhere. You know, it's not going anywhere. So yeah. So
yeah, it's definitely out here. It's definitely out here, as you guys can see.
So I got a couple other stories. An African woman leads the World Trade Organization. Negazi, and I'm gonna actually spell out her last name because I don't want to butcher it too much. LWEALA. And she made history in March by becoming the first African and the first woman to serve as Director General of the World Trade Organization. She was also the first woman to serve as a finance minister in her native country, Nigeria, a position that she actually held twice. So big ups to you, Queen. Big ups to you, Queens. Another one, digital artwork, and it's titled Every Day, the First 5,000 Days by Mike W. And he actually auctioned it for $69.3 million. Some digital artwork. Man. Crazy. This was another one that kind of caught me. A a human brain wirelessly connects to a computer. So for those people with like spinal injuries, spinal cord injuries, scientists over at Brown University fully connected a human brain to a computer via a transmitter device. And the trial participants who was paralyzed were able to move their robotic limbs by simply imagining their movement, which was wild. That's wild. Technology.
Yeah, I remember that.
Technology.
Yeah, it's crazy.
El Salvador became the first country to make Bitcoin a national currency. They passed a law in September adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender alongside the US dollar, of course. Again, man, you know, getting into, you know, the cryptocurrency has definitely made a gigantic splash. Big, gigantic splash. We had a lot of passings this year as well. So definitely want to send a big prayer out to them and their families and their loved ones. You know, just, you know, if we could have like just a moment of silence for all of them. Yeah, man, most definitely. You know, if anybody, you know, you lost a loved one this year, we just want to send a special prayer out, you know. But man, what's like you guys' biggest like surprise of 2021?
Ooh. Dang, you got one, G?
Man, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of it right
I will
now.
say first, well, one of them definitely salute to you, T, first of all, for getting married, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely salute to you. That was two weekends to remember, man. Those will definitely go down in the history books for sure. You know, hopefully we'll be able to talk about them 2 weekends, you know, 10, 15 years from now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. I was thinking about that earlier. There's been so much that's going on this year. It's crazy, man.
There's been a lot that's going on this year, man.
It's been a lot, man. It's been so much. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What about you? You got any surprises?
Yeah, I'm gonna say just like the whole like, yeah, like just my bachelor party weekend and then like getting married the next weekend, man, and you know, Clarice having my last name, like that's it. You know when it hit me. It hit me when hit me when she got her Social Security card. You know what I'm saying? Hit me when she got a Social Security card. Because now we say, you know,
that's real.
That's
real. That's real.
That is real.
So yeah,
that is
bro.
real.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best weddings I've ever been to be honest with you.
Bro, and real quick, man, and I don't want to harp on this too much, bro, but I was talking and I was like, yo, it's sad that like I've been to more funerals than weddings. Now, my me going into weddings is picking up. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember we went to a wedding last year, then our wedding this year, and then I know we got another wedding that we're going to next year. But it just puts things into perspective. You know, funerals are never good. Those, you know, are never good. You know, no matter how much that person may want you guys to celebrate their life. You know, it's still a pain that you can never get back. So just, man, continue to just love on your loved ones as much as you possibly can, you know. For real.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, one surprise I would say is you know, when you have to go to an event like a wedding and you meet somebody, you think it's gonna be something, then it turns out to be nothing. I don't want to get too deep into it, but these females these days gotta stop wasting our time, man. They gotta stop wasting our time.
Y'all gotta stop.
How much time we got left?
we got like 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, bro.
Oh man, we might need another episode. Oh,
man, listen, that has been a topic that we've been meaning to tackle. We just might have to have like a whole episode just about that, man. So
whole episode. 2022.
So real quick, I just want to ask y'all just a few NBA questions because I gotta ask y'all a few NBA questions, and I just want y'all to, just try to answer quick, fast. I'm gonna try to get through like all 10 of these questions. All right. Will the Milwaukee Bucks repeat as champions?
No.
Okay. Can the Phoenix Suns get back to the finals?
Yes.
Okay. Are we due for a possible LeBron versus KD rematch in the finals?
Hell no.
Yeah, I think that time is over.
Okay.
It would be nice, but nah.
It would be nice, but not.
All right. So right now, who's the best player in the league?
I say Steph. Right now, I say Steph.
I'll still go Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I'm gonna
them heels though.
I'm gonna go KD, but yeah, Steph is right there. I got Steph as number 2. I got KD 1, Steph 2.
He's right there.
I don't know. For the third,
who's number
3? I might have to put the Joker.
Who's number 3?
I might have to put the Joker at 3
the Joker
and Greek Freak at 4. The Joker been playing ridiculous.
He has.
And then Donovan Mitchell been going in, bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Donovan Mitchell been going in too.
I'm not mad at.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at the Joker at 3.
Doing his thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to pick 3 point guards. All right, because 3 of them are not going to make it on a Western Conference team. All right, Steph, Dame, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, hold up, John Wall, and I'm definitely missing somebody. All right, you know what? Just pick 3. Just pick 3. Who you got? Who you got? With 3 point guards. Oh, and Luka. I'm bugging. Luka.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Steph, Luka, and Dame for me.
Yeah, Steph, Luka, and give me CP.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
CP doing his thing.
Who needs to make the next big trade before the trade deadline?
It's a lot of teams that could be put in that category. Maybe Philly.
Philly's a good one. I like Philly. I will go with I'll go with Philly. I like Philly.
Which player is going to take that leap from no all-star to just all-star and playing like a top 10 player?
I think John Morant is coming. He's coming.
Damn, it's so many of them. I'll go Anthony Edwards.
Ooh, that's it. Ooh,
that boy's bad, man.
And you know what? Ever since you said that stuff about Minnesota, I definitely been like making sure
I agree
see the final score. I've been making sure I see the highlights.
They've been all right. They all right.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
They've been, man. Listen, man. Anthony Edwards is different. You said Ja Morant. Ja Morant is different. I'm looking at LaMelo, different. Like they different, man. So. Yeah, they looking real crazy, man.
When you think of me, you think of a problem. Who, what, when, and how you gon' solve them. Automatic or revolver. KI double lesson. Here's the lesson. Most beams is infrared, but mine's is fluorescent. No matter where you go, I'ma spot you. No matter how many people you put me in front of, I'ma rock you. And if you try to be the hard top, I'm gonna drop you. I got to treat you. Fuck, I'm talking about, right? wait to hear Kiss over premiere. Kill you on tape, then watch it over.